And welcome back, my mermaids and men, to Sherlock Holmes vs. Jack the Ripper, Part 2. Starting our playthrough here, of this episode, on the settings screen, because I'm a bit confused. Not yesterday, but last episode, you saw me twiddle about with a few settings to turn things on. And I pressed accept, and it said that they will reset when I reset it. I've reset it and it's some reason turned stuff off again. I don't know why. So we're just going to leave it as this because for some reason this is all it'll accept. But we're going to resume from here. The whole last episode actually came out a day later than it was supposed to. It's just that at the moment my internet is terrible. Been having issues with it quite a lot, and I've been trying to wonder. Well, it basically took over 12 hours to upload the video. That's how long it took. The Books Row, right? We need to go to Books Row. Where's Books Row? So it's just by the clinic. Okay. Right, mate. Something like that. Patrolling the street. Well, not patrolling. I thought that horse was a person there. So yeah. Where's... His running animation is so terrible. Alright. So from the last episode, by the way, can I go through here?
I have no reason to go that way.
In the last episode after I finished recording, I looked back at the gameplay and realised that I wasn't quiet. If anything, I was a bit too loud. So this time I've moved the microphone a tiny bit away from me, thinking that might help the situation. But anyway, yeah, this should be Books Row. Is there a sign somewhere? Yes.
Bucks Row.
Bucks Row. Hello.
What are all these people doing here, Holmes?
Apparently they came to see the scene of the crime.
What about us? Aren't we going to see it?
We will return this evening, Watson. The circumstances shall be ideal for carrying out our little experiments.
Later.
Well, Watson, we are at the scene of the Polly Nichols murder. Imagine the victim lying at the spot where she was found and try to discern all of the clues we can. Watson, you are a writer. I am therefore entrusting you with our deduction board. It will help us to establish certain facts.
Understood, Holmes.
Understood, Holmes. Fucking hell.
Let's look at this poor woman
Jesus
more
Christ.
closely.
Eyes. Roll back. What do you want me to do? The eyes.
The tongue is swollen.
Okay. I really don't know what the fuck it wants me to do. I mean, strangle and suffocated is the same thing, isn't it? But yeah. Polly Nichols. Sorry. Close. Okay.
The throat was slit from left to right. There are 2 incisions.
Okay.
A small pool of blood, 6 inches in diameter.
What? How can the blood have been diameter? Oh shit, that's
The
not
body
what.
was lying on its back, legs straightened slightly apart. The skirt had been lifted up to the middle of the body. The left hand was touching the barn door. The body was still warm. Let's reread the preliminary report for the details on the wounds inflicted upon this poor woman.
Okay. How? Okay, pull the blood. Okay, that's not saying it's right. I would say it's this, but now I can't click on anything, but sure. I don't know. From left to right. Corpse is still warm. Okay.
The body was still warm.
Okay, how do I reread the preliminary reports? Documents. There we go. That's the throat. Windpipe, gullet, spinal cord being cut through, so that's like around the abdomen. From being on the lower right jaw. A bruise on the lower right jaw. I didn't see that. How do I do?
Let's look at this poor woman more closely.
So the lower.
There's a bruise on the left cheek. There's a bruise at the level of the right maxilla.
Okay. E. I found it's closed. E. There we go. Documents. Bruise on the right jaw. Also one on the left of the cheek. Yeah. Abdomen had been cut open from the centre of the bottom of the ribs. The along right. Wait. Ribs. Under the pelvis, stomach. Everything else seems to be like around the torso.
The body was still warm. Let's reread the preliminary.
Oh shit, that's not my word. E. Deduction, there we go. Hard pressure with fingers. Wait, hold on. The murderer gagged the victim by gripping tightly because in the cutscene he did. Like, wait, can I? Okay. Close. Oh.
The body was still warm. Let's reread the preliminary report for the details on the wounds inflicted upon this poor woman.
It did.
No signs of blood. There is a black bonnet near the left hand.
Okay. Well, I did get just a few more details. The doctor. Right. That bonnet near the left hand. No traces of blood on the walls. Apparently. The victim didn't have a throat slit while standing. I think it was this one. Okay, that's it still for now.
No marks on the ground. The ground is muddy. No marks on the ground. The ground is muddy.
Right, so we're looking for like, right, I think that might be it actually, because we were looking for like, not question marks, what they called, magnifying glass. That wasn't green. No footsteps on the ground. The victim was dumped. The victim wasn't dragged. The murderer warmed the victim up. What does that even mean? Yeah. So these all. So there's this. So there's a clue that I think I'm missing that would link to this, which would link to a deduction, I think. Right, dirty, damp ground. He could not have had relations on the ground. What? The murderer threw water on the ground. There were relations on the ground. Dirty and damp ground. I think. That's wrong. Is this? No, so something here is wrong. Because I think it was right. Okay, so something's wrong. Because she was like, from the cutscene, it looked like she was strangled to be like knocked out, or maybe that killed her. So she might have been dead. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So we still need some more clues. Okay.
Let's look at this poor woman more closely.
I'm guessing there must be something I've missed on the thing. There's mud. Okay.
The tongue is swollen.
Yep.
The throat was slit from... A small pool of blood.
What am I missing? I'm missing something. I don't know what though. I'm missing. I'm not really allowed to examine the body of sorts. I don't know. There must be something around that I'm not.
What are we doing, Holmes?
Thinking. Examine.
No signs of blood. The body was still warm. Let's read
The preliminary reports. Can I investigate the area?
This spot is deserted, Holmes. The prostitutes only come here to exercise.
Ah, there we go.
There is only one streetlight lit on the street, Watson, and this spot is particularly poorly lit. Well, Watson, we have found all of the possible clues, I think. We will now attempt to recreate the scene of the murder. Come closer, Watson. I have to make you up.
What?
You are joking, Holmes?
What?
I feel ridiculous, Holmes.
I look like you're dressed up for Halloween.
Now, Watson, come and stand here in front of me. You shall play the role of the poor woman, and I shall play that of the murderer. Let's try to reconstruct the facts to ensure the final result corresponds indisputably to the way that Polly Nichols was killed.
Oh, where the fuck's like the fucking body thing? What the fuck? Right, so stand up. Bare hands. I think it was the left hand. So this one. Neck. Jack's position. Yeah, that's right.
This position is unlikely.
Okay. Like that?
No, there is no reason the murderer would be positioned like this. The grip would be awkward.
You would have been stood in front though.
This position is unlikely. This position isn't very comfortable either.
Right, let's go like to the front.
Yes,
This is
it's
right
quite
now.
possible the events occurred like this.
Alright, there we go. And then the knife there. Left to right, wasn't it? Yeah.
No, had the victim had her throat slit while standing, there would naturally be blood on the walls.
Yeah, true. Okay, so on the floor, knife. Left to right on the neck.
I hope that, as with the real murder, nobody had to witness all of that, Watson. If the murderer used his right hand astride his victim, there wasn't much room.
So he would have had to have used his left hand.
The murderer had enough room to inflict the wounds to the neck, and these wounds suggest the left hand was used.
Okay.
My dear Watson, now that we have found all of our clues, nothing remains
Yeah.
but to subject them to our most likely hypotheses in order to deduce the facts.
Right, so I was already deducing before stuff even going on. Right, okay. What's this? The murderer was standing right in front of the victim's strangler. I think. I think the killer's left hand prevented her from screaming and strangled with the right hand. Yeah, I think. No, that's not right. So actually, you know what I think? On left hand, right hand. Okay. Okay. Let's do left hand, right hand. There we go. The strong man. There we go. That's that. Right, now we've got some more here. Prostitutes only go down street to exercise, but on the left hand, avoid the street. Yeah, holding for alms. What the fuck is alms? What the fuck is alms? Wasn't cautious. No. Okay, so something here was wrong. So I think that's right, but what's this? Bonnet was already on the ground. No, that won't be right. Victim wasn't cold, that's right. No. I don't know. I think this one. Like the victim wasn't afraid during it or before. I doubt that. No, she wouldn't have collected it from the ground. I'm literally just skipping through them. So this just must not be the right one. Right, so it must be this one. Start with this. Right, asking around. Oh, there we go. There we go.
The victim was most probably dead before being laid down. Once the heart stopped, gravity drained the body slowly, not in a heavy spurt that would have stained half the street.
Thank you, Holmes. I understand why you told me not to change clothes. Do you realize that our behavior didn't alarm anyone?
The victim's ordeal was even more discreet. By acting in silence, we have confirmed something. The crime definitely took place here. The victim and her murderer were able to come here without making any noise, and afterwards the murder took place without the slightest cry being uttered. Come, Watson, let's go home. We have spent far too long in this sinister alley.
Yep. Sinister. That's book right.
And so, my dear Watson, the day and night which we passed in Whitechapel were enlightening, weren't they?
An adventure that I most certainly will never relate. To be in the skin of that poor woman. I prefer not to speak of it further. But have we really learned anything about the murderer? Obviously a man, given the necessary strength.
We have little to go on, at least no more than the police. But in my opinion, Inspector Aberline has a trick or two up his sleeve. No, I want to talk about the facts and what we can draw from them. We know where the crime was committed and under what conditions. I would like to ask you about the possible motives for the crime. According to you, Watson, what could have pushed the murderer to act in such a way?
Black magic. Victim suffered horrible mutilations.
Homicidal insanity, Holmes.
It is indubitable that the man who did this to Polly Nichols is not of his full senses.
I don't know. Been a possible motive. I reckon this. Without family or ties.
Black magic?
I'm not terribly interested in the occult or black magic. Let's give the benefit of the doubt to this motive.
Yeah, it won't be that. The victim lived in misery. Resentment's like
Revenge, Holmes?
Revenge could be a possible motive, but with one small reservation. We have reason to believe that the victim considered her murderer to be a typical client.
True. Oh, theft.
A personal drama.
Love can certainly lead to many a drama, but we have to consider the fact that the victim didn't know her attacker.
The victim lived in misery.
Theft, perhaps.
I have a hard time believing that someone would attack poor Polly so fiercely just to rob her of a few coins.
Okay. I think it's this. Madness. Personally.
Homicidal insanity, Holmes.
It is indubitable that...
What do you want me to do? I don't know. I don't know.
Homicidal insanity.
It is
Oh, shut
indubitable.
up.
A personal drama.
No.
Revenge, Holmes? A personal drama.
I don't know what it
Well,
wants me to
we
do.
are still missing certain information in order to finish this investigation, Watson. Well, we are still missing...
I don't know what it wants me to do.
What are we doing, Holmes?
I don't know. Help. Gunshots in the wall. Wait, hold on. Does that say VR? It's like V, and then there's like an R. Huh, interesting. Horror hallucinations, black magic.
Homicidal insanity, Holmes.
It is.
Black magic?
I'm not.
Right. And then do this, and then
Well,
close.
we are still missing certain information in order to finish this investigation, Watson.
So what am I meant to do now then? Just conclusions? Okay. Okay. Deduction. We've already done the deduction. What was that? Okay. I don't know if this is a toughie. Reset. Horrible mutilations. No. What would like he not know?
Theft, perhaps.
So the only one he gets,
Theft.
I have a...
Okay.
Revenge, Holmes?
Revenge.
So it only like gets
Homicidal insanity, Holmes.
It is indubitable that the man who did this to...
Sherlock doesn't know.
Black magic?
I'm not...
Revenge, Holmes?
Revenge.
A personal drama?
So madness, yes.
Well, we are still missing certain...
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't know what to do. What do I do? Somebody tell me what the fuck I need to do. Somebody tell me. Knows. Map. Why can't I look at the map?
Well, we are still missing certain information in order to finish this investigation, Watson.
Okay then, so is it? Is this stuff that I can find? Okay. Disguise and stuff. Anything in Watson's room? Okay. No. Anything at all in here? It generally seems like the only thing that I might be able to interact with is that board. I think it is. It generally just is. Where's my phone? I'm googling this shit. Ow. Shit. Okay. Grab my phone. Load up Google. Come on. Sherlock Holmes vs. Jack the Ripper walkthrough. Alright, scroll. Repair the walking stick. I'm not there yet. I want to say, there we go. What are they called? Resentment, occasional prostitute, lived in misery. So this is the right. This is right. But what do I do? It just tells me where to put it, but it doesn't tell me what to do. Let me check them all yes, and then...
Well, we are still missing certain information in order to finish this investigation, Watson.
Okay, agree, whatever. Alright. Okay, so that didn't help. This one. Yeah, blah blah blah, come on. I've already done this. Okay. No, not that. 2nd of September. Right, hold on. So.
Elementary. Very well, Watson. I think that we've exhausted the topic. Take a rest and we'll speak again later.
Fucking bullshit. How was I meant to know that?
Ah, it would seem that the investigation is advancing, Holmes. Yesterday's Star said that a suspect is in the hands of the police, a man with a rather sinister reputation.
I was about to join you in your optimistic outlook until you informed me that the good news came from the press, Watson.
But surely they wouldn't invent the fact that the police are holding a suspect, or the acts that are attributed to him.
You will have an exact answer to these 2 questions in less than 50 seconds, Watson.
Pardon?
Enter, Inspector.
Good day.
Right.
Dear Watson, allow me to introduce Inspector Aberline, Inspector Dr. Watson.
Inspector?
To what do we owe the honour of your presence, Inspector?
I heard that the 2 of you made your way to Whitechapel a few days ago. Your arrival, you are aware, coincides with a very serious affair which our police service is going to great lengths to solve and which is creating strong tensions in the area.
Pardon me, but haven't you arrested someone? A certain Leather Apron?
Absolutely not. The man who hides behind this name is indeed being actively searched for by the force. Besides, nothing at the moment suggests that he is the Bucks Row murderer.
There, you've been enlightened, Watson. Now it is our turn to answer Inspector Aberline's questions.
Indeed. I will be brief and precise. Do you intend to investigate this case, or have you already started?
It is to be of service to a friend that I went to Whitechapel. We did, out of curiosity, familiarise ourselves with the preliminary reports, and we made our way to the scene of the crime. Our conclusions are slim, as are the clues. Having not been officially appointed by a client, I believe that my intervention in this business will end there.
Very well. To be frank, you take the weight off my shoulders by distancing yourself from the case. Our image isn't very good, to say nothing of what the press puts us through. Thus, if overnight they found out that you were on the case, people would turn against us.
And they would pester me, overwhelm me, and finally make me out to be responsible for the inevitable failure such a scenario entails. Neither you nor I wish for this to happen. I know that your time is precious, Inspector. I will send you a note regarding my conclusions shortly.
With pleasure. Gentlemen?
Do you think that he will find the murderer?
The chances are slim to non-existent. It is 7 days now, short of a confession from the murderer himself.
And you will not go further?
You heard the Inspector, Watson. My presence in Whitechapel would hinder, which doesn't mean that we will drop the case.
How is that?
The Inspector spoke of me, but not of us. It is you, Watson, who will lead the investigation tonight. It is you who will bring to the police station the little note that I will write regarding our conclusions. Despite the late hour, there is nothing to stop you from making inquiries about this famous Leather Apron while you are there.
Okay. You control Dr. Watson. Okay. Leather Apron. Blah 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 blah. If you want to read that and this, then you can just pause the video and do so. So I'm actually going to leave the episode there. We've finished the first murder. And I can imagine in the next episode we might be inquiring into the second murder, which might happen tonight. I don't know, because I'm pretty sure the next one happened a week later, maybe. So, but yeah, right. So, what's my outro again? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's it. You must understand the opportunities don't take, so take the opportunity to like, comment and subscribe to the Jet Mermaid channel and become an official mermaid or merman. I don't discriminate. You can be either. Weird though, isn't it? But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe. Please. I'll see you all next time in the next episode of this game, which might, if it uploads, hopefully, maybe, probably. Goodbye.